Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Laying It Down podcast, where we talk about everything wrestling. Tonight, we have the one and only TikTok content creator, MalikRichh, in the building. Welcome in. Let's freaking go, chat.
What's good, y'all? I'm happy to be here, yo. JLD, I appreciate you for the opportunity, man.
Yeah, man. I had I'm traveling for work next week, so I figured, you know what? I have like a ton of people I've been trying to reach out to get podcast episodes done. So I was like, let's do another one. I have to reach out to you, Malik, and I'm very grateful you're able to come in and make this happen. So let's freaking go, man.
Yeah, man, of course, bro. You already know, man. Got you, man.
Wait for the "this is awesome." Let's disable it now. So as of right now, we did disable the sound alerts and commands and everything of that nature. However, for chat, there is now a channel point that you guys can use to ask our guests a question. Anybody that's coming in, you're more than welcome. By the way, I love your case.
Yeah, I know. I did that on purpose too.
Let's go. For everybody that's
on purpose.
For everybody that's in the chat, you can ask Malik any question you'd like, whether it's wrestling related, personal life, whatever. As long as it's within TOS, then it's totally fine. You can use that one channel point redeem. I ask that you use that because if it's asked directly in chat, there is a possibility I won't be able to get to it. So if you're able to do so, then that would mean the world. And if you want to follow Malik already, !guest in the chat, make sure you follow him on all his socials. I did put your Instagram, your TikTok, and everything, like whatever I could find on your link tree, I did make sure to put it there, so that way people can follow you right away on that. Do you stream on Twitch like often, or do you not stream there?
I actually don't, bro. Like I literally just made this account because I forgot my other one.
Oh, okay.
So I just made this, yeah. But I do plan on streaming on Twitch soon. I just don't know when, man.
And like, you know, you go at your own pace. Once it seems like you got live studio down packed when you're streaming on on TikTok. So it's almost the same concept with OBS, putting things together, browser sources, all that. So once you get that down packed, it's very freaking easy.
Yeah, facts.
I went live earlier today on TikTok, and someone mentioned that the levels above hoodie is only available now in 2x and I think 4x or something. It's almost sold out. So I'm so glad I got my hoodie.
Yeah, I'm glad I got mine too. I think this is what, extra large or some shit.
Yeah,
I think so.
They don't have any of the regular sizes no more. And I don't think they're gonna restock because Roman's gone now. So like it would be weird to restock for somebody who's not in the company, at least like temporarily, whatnot. So
yeah, man, I hope they do though. I hope they give us some new merch for him or something.
I could see it happening when he returns, like for SummerSlam and whatnot. Maybe SummerSlam or whenever he decides to make a one-off appearance. So Malik, first off, what I usually will ask my guests to do as their first question is the following. Let the chat know who you are, introduce yourself to the chat, let them know who you are, tell them a little bit about yourself, if you stream or not, where you stream, and any plugs of where people can find you. That'll be the first question of the night.
Of course. So first things first, JLD, appreciate you for, having me on. I am MalikRichh. Like he did mention, I am a WWE content creator and streamer, man. I stream mostly on TikTok. Let me give you a little bit of background about me. I used to do YouTube back in the day, doing like NBA 2K videos, stuff like that. I started doing that when I was like 15. Then I got discouraged from YouTube because of the growth, and I'm pretty sure you know how it is, JLD, with YouTube. It started off very slow, man, before you can get some traction. I started to get traction, but then I got my YouTube channel taken down, so that did discourage me from making videos because I started posting more, and then I wasn't getting as much, views as I would, after I got my account back. So later on in the years, TikTok came. Last year, I started posting hard on TikTok, and I'm at a great point right now. I'm almost at 50,000 followers, just just by being myself. And yeah, I can't thank my supporters, enough for that, man. But like mentioned before, I do stream on TikTok. You can find me Mondays and Fridays on TikTok, streaming Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown. I don't stream NXT because I don't watch it as often. But they are cooking now though, so I think I might start watching that shit now for real though. And you can also catch me on all of the PLEs as well. I do stream that all the time. The last one was WrestleMania. We went crazy. I had like 25,000 people in there, man. We was going hard.
Nice.
Yeah, man. But TikTok, man, you already know they be hating, bro. They took down my live stream for copyright, bro. And somebody else had their live stream up too, bro. And I'm like, yo, like what's good, bro? Like, why is mine? You know what I'm saying? Like, not up, but It is what it is, though, bro. But yeah, you can honestly catch me on TikTok. I do plan on branching out to my other platforms, like YouTube. I still have my YouTube account up. I have about like 1,300 subs. I just don't post as much. And I will start streaming on Twitch soon. I just don't have an estimated time for that. But yeah, mostly you can catch me on TikTok and Instagram as well. I've been going crazy on Instagram too.
Bro, first of all, congratulations on 45,000 followers. That is not an easy task to do. And like, I see you all the time when you're live doing the watch alongs on Raw and SmackDown, and you be having mad people there. So like, whatever you're doing, keep doing it and just see the vision straight ahead. Don't let no distractions happen, because you're doing fantastic.
Facts, bro. Facts, bro. You too, man. Definitely, bro.
We out here. Fun fact, somebody actually stopped me at like the Barclays show when I was there for the Raw Before Mania. So I was like, holy shit, people actually know who I am. Like, this is insane.
That's cool. That's
like,
cool, bro.
It's like, all right, cool. Like, I guess we're gaining some traction, but it's freaking awesome.
Great feeling.
It's nice to see like the growth of everybody. So like, and even like yourself with the community, like as soon like even your community came before you chatted. So that's like freaking awesome to see. Like I thought DC was you, because like the first thing DC said was Malik. So I was like, okay, is this Malik? I didn't know if like that was your Twitch name or whatever. So I'm like, all right, that's what's up. But we're gonna get started with some of the questions, and then I have my own too. I tend to prioritize chat's questions before I like ask some of mine, but we'll get started with Big John's question, who I know he's being a troll, but I'm gonna ask it. So Malik, what do you want to talk about?
Oh man, bro. Why you gotta have Cody Rhodes up in here, bro?
Oh my god. Don't get me wrong, man. I'm happy Cody's champion, because like he deserves it, and like, but Roman's just my guy. Like, Roman's always gonna be my guy no matter what. So
trying to tell you, bro. Yo, it was so hard seeing Cody Rhodes hold that damn belt up, bro. It was so hard seeing him hold up that belt, bro. I was so mad, man. So mad, bro.
Did you go into the match preparing that Roman was losing?
Me? Nah. I was still confident that he was gonna retain that title, bro. I made a video dancing because I'm like, yo, dancing Roman Reigns is gonna win on Sunday, bro. I was prepared, bro. I was prepared for him to take that W and then walk out champ, and then come back Friday talking that smack, and then we ain't gonna see him for another 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was prepared for all of that, bro.
If Roman would have retained, I think Philly would have been so upset. They would have rioted. They like, you ever seen Eagles fans getting upset over a loss? Think of that times 100 with Roman. They're gonna go insane because their man didn't win their title finally.
Oh yeah, and the wrestling fans are different too, so I know they would have been crazier.
Because you got everybody, it ain't just Philadelphia residents. We got the New Yorkers, we got the Floridians, we got the international people. So
yeah, worldwide. So
all of that match together, forget about it. Cars are going on fire. And there's people gonna be spray painting "We want Cody" on freaking walls.
Word.
He literally couldn't even hold the title properly. I don't know if you noticed that too. Like the belt, like the way he's holding it, which I know is like from back in the day. It's not like it was like something he's doing brand new. The way he holds it, like from underneath, and then like even holding it from his shoulder, it's like folded, like he doesn't do it right or something. People were like talking about that. Versus Roman, it's just either on his belt or Paul's holding it.
Right. That's because, man, my boy Cody, he haven't had a belt in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he holding it like that. But it's alright now. You know what I'm saying? Now he got a championship belt. He gonna get used to it. It's alright.
He got his little title with his little audience.
Yep.
All right, so G-Boy says he does have to go, so keep it up, G. Gotta go. So G-Boy, thank you for pulling up.
That's actually my brother. My brother is in there.
Okay. I appreciate you pulling up, bro. And go do your thing. GG Buddy, and this is actually a good question because there was something today in the news about TikTok. So what are you gonna do when TikTok is lick locked? When it's gone?
When it's gone?
Yeah, like do you have like a plan for that if something were to, God forbid, happen with TikTok, if they don't get sold to like a US based company and all that?
Now, if TikTok does get banned, honestly, I haven't thought about what I'm going to do. I know I've been contemplating on, getting on Twitch and all of that, but I think I honestly might try to go harder on Instagram if TikTok does go down, because I am getting some traction on Instagram right now. So I might try to go harder on that. I might try to go harder on YouTube as well. I think I just probably would just take it over to Twitch. I know that I was live streaming on Kick, but I don't really see myself on Kick too much, to be honest, man, now. So I think I might just head on over to Twitch and, you know, go hard on Instagram and YouTube.
Kick had a lot of traction too for the first year because everybody was going there. You know, the 95-5 split for subscriptions is very hard to not look at. I haven't been live on Kick since probably October of last year. And the main reason for that is because, like, I do restreaming with Twitch and YouTube, and they make you pay more if you want to like multi-stream to 3 or more services at once. So I just haven't really understood if it's worth the money to do that. And I just don't think so. Unless I'm making mad subs on Kick that could cover that cost, then I'm fine with just YouTube and Twitch. And like the Kick audience is just the Twitch audience there too. Honestly, I feel so. There's not much.
It's both. It's both like hand in hand. So that's why I'm like, I might just head on over to Twitch instead for Kick. But then again, you know, world is, you know what I'm saying, the world is wide open, so you could do anything.
Yeah, same here, Gigi. Like with Kick, like it was fun, but it just almost felt like the same thing as here on Twitch. I feel like there's more on Twitch anyway in terms of like my audience. Now, if your community's on Kick, great, by all means, have a fun time and do your thing over there, because that split is amazing. But if most of your community's on Twitch and they're gonna stay on Twitch, probably not a good idea to go to Kick. You're multi-streaming it, which is fine, but they're doing great things though with the the creator program. You get paid by the hour if you hit like a certain amount of subs per month and followers and viewers.
That's cool,
which is great. I freaking think that's amazing. Twitch needs to do that, but I don't know if Kick can do it long term in terms of how much money they're dishing out. Literally, poor TikTok.
That's true. That's true, man.
But for those who don't know, TikTok got signed today as if they don't get a seller by the end of the year, I'm assuming a US based seller, TikTok is to be turned off in the US, which is stupid because there's so many businesses that rely on TikTok Shop, that rely on TikTok for their revenue. So people are going to lose out on that, unfortunately. There's a side of people that are like, thank God people gotta get a job and not do TikTok dances. But then there's the other side that's like, look, like I make a lot of money off this content. People are consuming it. Why should I not have to like have this income anymore? Instagram doesn't really do much of that. So people are kind of asked out. It's a big controversy.
Instagram used to like, you know, give people payouts and all of that stuff for their content. But now they don't even do that no more. So it's like, damn, I guess YouTube is going to be the only thing where we could try to get some, you know, bread off of. YouTube and like streaming on Twitch and Kick and all of that. Like TikTok, man, TikTok is like a second job for me, bro. So like I'm mad that this is actually, you know, gonna happen, bro.
Thank you for the question, Gigi, and it's a really valid question because like it changes the dynamic of how we consume our content and how it's gonna and how people grow their communities. Like Slick found me from TikTok. A lot of your communities on TikTok. What's gonna happen? So guys, keep the questions coming. I enjoy this already. So I wanted to show one of your TikTok videos because the type of videos that you do, one of them in particular. You know what I'm talking about. Always has me freaking crying.
I already know, bro.
So if you haven't followed Malik already, XMH guest in the chat, one of the skits that he does involves, let's say Monday Night Raw happens and Rey Mysterio beats up Dom or something. Let's just make up a scenario. He will voice message Rey Mysterio on Instagram and just go off on him about like, yo Rey, I'm so proud of you, bro. You finally beat up your son. Don't let him ever tell you that he's a deadbeat. Like you freaking tell him, I hope you win your match at WrestleMania. And it's so freaking great. I freaking love it. So one of my questions, I'll show it after the question. So what inspired you to make those things? Was it a specific moment in wrestling that made you want to do those kind of skits, to do that every week, or like what made you think of doing that? Because it's so unique and I absolutely love it.
Appreciate that, bro. Honestly, man, you know, I just came up with it like out of nowhere, bro. Like this happened, what was it? This was SummerSlam last year. Yup. So this was when Jey Uso faced Roman Reigns for the title, and then Jimmy Uso ended up super kicking him and turning on him. So that day, I was like, nah, I want to do something that people may remember me for, you know, for this situation, because this situation is big right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a big moment within the Bloodline storyline. So I want to be kind of remembered for something within that. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna send a message to Rikishi and be like, yo, what's going on with your kids, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you teaching them? So I messaged Rikishi and I posted on TikTok. Immediately it popped off. I'm like, wow. Then I did Jey Uso within that same time frame, and that popped off. And I'm like, wow. So people actually enjoy me, you know, giving these wrestlers shit. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just continue on with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? If y'all like what I got to say to them, all right, go ahead. And some of the stuff I'll be saying is like raw, uncut. Like I don't have a script for this shit. It's just coming off the top of my head. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what makes the content better in my opinion. Because I'm not, you know what I'm saying, like sitting here writing what I'm gonna say before and then I'm reading off the script. I'm just going on like, yo, Roman, why you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
And it's authentically you, and like that's what I think that's what makes people attracted to content creators, and their content is just like authenticity, and like you don't feel like they're just rehearsing it or something. You feel like what they're saying is actually them, and you can feel their personalities. So for chat, I'm gonna show chat real quick. One of the skits that you're talking about is gonna cover both of our cameras, but it will play the volume for the Twitch stream. So I'm gonna just play this one for you guys real quick before we continue. This is great. So this one is messaging Roman Reigns after Cody Rhodes finished his story at WrestleMania 40. Just listen to this.
Roman, how could you, Roman? Roman Reigns, answer me. How could you let him finish the story? How could you, Roman? After everything, 4 years.
4 years?
1,316 days, Roman. 1,316 days. I thought it was gonna be 1,400, 1,100.
I thought it was gonna be
1,500, whatever.
I thought it was gonna be Hulk Hogan's record.
No, you let Cody Rhodes finish his fucking story.
That was mad freaking funny, bro. Let me bring you back. Let me bring you back. Podcast. There you go. So I know for one of them you messaged Top Dollar. Tell us about that one. So he also messaged Top Dollar and has an interesting story to tell. So I'm gonna let him explain what happened with AJ Francis.
All right, man. So low key, me and Top Dollar got beef, guys. Sad to say it, but low key, we got beef. So I messaged Top Dollar. I was doing these videos, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna hit him up. You know what I'm saying? Because I see he likes to rap and all of that, you know, in his promos and WWE. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to send him a diss track. So I sent him, you know, like a diss or whatever within the voice note. He actually responded and he sent me back another diss. And then he said, enjoy the rub, corny boy, or something like that, like something weird like that. And then I sent him another one back, but he didn't respond. So later on, I made a video about Top Dollar like a couple months back. And I think it was which video was it, man? I think it was him doing
the Spanish Fly.
Yeah, yep, like a Spanish Fly, or he said it was supposed to be an exploder suplex. I posted that video on TikTok, then I posted it on Instagram. He actually saw it on Instagram too, and he commented and was like that, you know, what I'm doing is slander, and it's obviously an exploder, and he can't wait if I come see him in person and all of that stuff, bro. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So what I said what I said in the video, bro. I don't gotta say nothing else, bro. If you're supposed to be a professional wrestler, bro, then do that, bro. You're not being a professional wrestler. You're putting yourself at harm and others at harm as well, doing all of these moves that you know that you can't do based on your size. So it's like, bro, what are you doing? So that's what I said in the video, and he, you know what I'm saying, can't take constructive criticism from his viewers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm literally watching this, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I'm not there in the ring, but we're watching it and we're seeing you botch everything. So it's like, what are you talking about? But that's pretty much my spill on Top Dollar. I just feel like he just need to get better overall. That's it.
One thing I will say is that we all know the infamous like dive over the top rope where like he like flopped it.
Yep.
I will say I'm happy it happened because he did mention that it did like show off like a condition he was having that like saved his life. I don't know if you saw that about it.
What he was talking about, something about like his diabetes,
Yes,
something like that.
yeah. So like apparently like after the move he got like blood work done or something, and it showed that he was borderline diabetes. Not, he didn't have it yet, but he was very close to getting it, and apparently that helped him to, you know, get better from that, and what, from his words, saved his life. So
What? Wait, I don't mean to laugh at that, but that's crazy. So you botch your move, then you're like, nah, let me go to the doctor.
I guess they wanted to check him, or he wanted to just check himself after the move. I don't know.
Makes sense. Probably yeah. Probably WWE wanted to check on something like that, maybe then. Okay, that makes sense.
And he posted it on Twitter about it, so that's how I remember it. So I always say some things are just blessings in disguise. So I hope that helped him out with his like health and stuff like that. But
yeah, that's true.
But that's wild with AJ Francis. He's gonna be at House of Glory, I think, in May. Have you been to a House of Glory show? I know you used to be. Nah. You used to be in New York. Not anymore.
I actually haven't. Isn't Riddle going to that? Didn't I see something like that?
I believe so. There were a few people that are planned for it. If I look up House of Glory, because I was looking at tickets, because I'm literally like a bus ride away from where they do the House of Glory shows. I'm not too far, but I didn't get to like actually booking it. Let me see let's actually see. So yeah, May 24th, AJ is gonna be there, AJ Francis. So there was like a few people that I think it was planned for. Probably Matt Riddle and all that, because you know, it's usually like AEW and indie wrestlers that go there.
Yeah, right.
So that would be interesting to go to, and it's right there, so might as well. Swerve Strickland's been there. Mustafa's actually booked for 2 days. I think the day after.
I might kind of consider that, because I do want to see him and be like, yo, bro, it's actually me. You know, that'd be hilarious. I'd like to see his reaction.
What are your thoughts on the wrestling move, the overdrive, also known as MVP's old finisher? We could also show it, if anything. It's the move where you put your leg on top of your opponent's head and turn. Oh,
it's like when he's like that and then he do like that. Yeah. I mean, that move is pretty cool. It's kind of unique in a way. I'd say it's kind of like weird though. Like if you think about it, like the way he has to position his leg and then his arm. But hey, I mean, it works, right?
I think as long as it's safe for both of the performers, then it's like I have no problem with it. It's just like when some moves become risky, where you can, if you perform it right, it works fine. But if there's a higher risk than there is reward for certain moves, like let's say the shooting star press or Canadian destroyers, or Will Ospreay's favorite move, the Tiger Driver, like then you got to be careful. Did you see Dynasty on Sunday, or at least some of it? Maybe
didn't. I seen some clips on TikTok. That match was crazy.
Yeah, apparently Bryan Danielson, I don't know if it's kayfabe or not, but he was holding his shoulder like it got dislocated after the final move, which was it wasn't a Tiger Driver, I forgot the name of it, but same concept as a Tiger Driver, where like you're like bouncing off your neck, but he was holding his shoulder, so I don't know.
Man, these guys can't stay like healthy for a long time, man. It's crazy. Like I feel like AEW have a bunch of guys from WWE that can't stay healthy. Like they can't stay off the injured list, bro. And it's really sad, you know what I'm saying? Because these are guys that we actually enjoyed seeing. You know what I mean? Like I enjoyed watching Edge on WWE. Right. I definitely enjoyed watching Daniel Bryan on WWE, bro.
Yes,
and it's like, damn, like they just can't stay like healthy, man. They got to drink some damn milk, bro.
He needs some milk. He needs like, some milk. I get crazy, bro. I get it. It's weird seeing Edge and Mercedes Moné and Bryan Danielson over there. Bro. Like, I'm happy they're getting their money and they're doing their thing. They love wrestling. Like, people love wrestling. But, like, it's so weird as a wrestling fan seeing them in the other side. Because either they have a different name or, we don't watch AEW as much. So when we do see them, we're like, oh, yeah, they're still wrestling, but they're over there. They don't really have a concussion protocol either. Do they not?
Wow, that's crazy.
It's that strong style that would shorten your wrestling career. And like, I get it. You wanna put on a show. You want to put on moves that maybe WWE has banned just to show that you can do them and get the pops and the woes. But
right, but there's a reason they banned. Crazy.
That and like the audience will be fine knowing that if the audience had to choose between someone doing a shooting star press and risking a concussion versus doing a attitude adjustment, and knowing both opponents are safe, they would probably choose the attitude adjustment, because as much as we like to see crazy move, we also want to make sure the performers are safe, because then you know, they can live to fight another day and they can continue to give us good storylines and content and stuff. Like, I don't want to see Rhea Ripley like with a broken wrist off of Liv Morgan pushing her. I also don't want to see Rollins walking away with a messed up knee. I was telling Chad earlier, I think we'll be fine without Seth Rollins for a few months. I'm looking forward to him recovering.
Yeah, man, we seen him all last year, bro. Like every single week, bro. He was there. He definitely deserves that break.
And the live shows too. Like, he wasn't just doing televised. He was Cody and Dominic were the top 3 performers of the year of 2023 in terms of the number of times they fought in any kind of match. Like, I know Dominic is legit injured now. I know Rollins is legit injured now, so they just need their time off, man. They need some rest. Dominic especially, he just got married, so he needs his honeymoon. He needs to go somewhere and just enjoy his honeymoon for a little bit. But Luke, thank you for the question. Chat, you're more than welcome to ask whatever questions you'd like, whether you're from Malik's community, whether you're from the JLD universe. You are able to ask whatever. This is a very interactive stream and podcast, but I'll continue on with another one of mine, and that question is regarding the WWE draft. Today we actually got some of the conditions of the draft where all champions are exempt from the draft, with the exception of the women's tag champs, which is Damage Control. With that knowledge now, what do you think is going to happen with Damage Control? Do you think they're going to stay on SmackDown? Do you think they're going to split them up in like 2 groups? What do you think is going to happen with Damage Control? Because that's very specific to say, all champions are except Damage Control.
Right, yeah. Now with Damage Control, I honestly think that they might end up splitting them up. Like I do feel like Dakota Kai might go her own way, and then probably maybe Asuka and Kairi Sane, they probably still, you know what I'm saying, maybe a faction. Io Sky though, I honestly feel like, now that I think about it, I honestly feel like they might break them up, but just maybe move Dakota Kai somewhere and just have them, you know what I'm saying, like the tag team champs go somewhere else or whatever. That's pretty much why they saying that. Maybe, I'm thinking, but I don't know, man. That really is really specific that they would just, you know, mark that out, to be honest.
I'm very surprised that they already officially put Cody as SmackDown, because I thought the first thing I thought that was going to happen was, Cody's drafted to SmackDown because, you know, now all the title, Damian is the world champion on Raw, so it only makes sense Cody's on SmackDown. Otherwise, SmackDown's without a champion. I thought they were going to do that, but it seems like they almost just put him right there just because he beat a SmackDown champion, because Roman was on SmackDown. So it's weird how they do that.
Yeah, they were better when Dakota was gone, for real.
And I feel like Dakota's return was, WWE didn't do a good job of hyping her up as much. Like when Io won the belt at SummerSlam, I remember listening to Dakota Kai's podcast, and she said that apparently that same day WWE asked her to get on a flight so that way she could be there to celebrate with Io for the win. They didn't tell her anything ahead of time. They just said, yo, we need you on a flight to what was it, Detroit, right? I think it was Detroit where they were at.
Yeah, I think it was.
Just get to Detroit, and she did, and that's why she was there. But since then, like they had her still with the knee injury and stuff, and then it's just randomly when Bayley wins the Rumble, then she's okay now. Like all of a sudden, when she betrays Bayley, like it was completely random.
And I just think like Dakota Kai, she just doesn't fit within Damage Control at all. Like if you sit there thinking about it, bro, like it's 3 Japanese women, and then you have, where's she from, like Australia or something, bro?
New Zealand. Yeah, New Zealand.
Yeah, man, like it just doesn't make sense to me. Like that's why I think that they may split them up, because in my opinion, like if you think about it, like Damage Control, I really feel like those 3 Japanese women are Damage Control, bro. Like Dakota Kai is not. I don't see her in there, man. I don't. Like I feel like she's like an outlier.
I could see Kairi, Asuka, and Io doing their own thing as a group of 3, because they almost all get along similar, and I feel like they could just go and start kicking everybody's ass in the locker room, while Dakota's kind of just there, honestly. That's what I'm saying. I could see Dakota going into the Raw brand, but even then, I don't know what they do out there for her, honestly, because there's not much, unless she starts feuding with Chelsea Green or tries to work herself up again to the top like she was before. Yeah,
I mean, I say send her back to NXT, man. That's what I say. Not as a punishment though, like just because I feel like she'll really thrive there.
You don't like Chelsea Green, Marie? I freaking love Chelsea Green. She's mad funny.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's hilarious.
And I think just alone the way Samantha introduces her with the Chelsea Chelsea Green. It's so perfect.
Yeah,
It
and it's like, and it's
Chelsea's
so her
personality.
too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
She was so good with Sonya Deville. Unfortunately, Sonya got injured and just did her thing. I think she got married, and then Chelsea did her thing with Piper Niven, and they did good as tag team champions until for some reason Katana and Kaden won the belts for some weird reason. I don't know. Did you see the Rumble with Chelsea Green? Like all of the spots she was doing.
yeah, and they were just squashing her.
They were just, she's just like standing there like don't know, like on the floor, don't know what to do.
Yep.
She put on one hell of a performance.
She did. She
doing
did.
that.
She definitely did.
She deserves her freaking flowers whenever it's time. Like, I actually thought Monday she was gonna be runner up and that they were gonna have the crowd go crazy for her. And then, and then Becky like eliminate her, like we knew what was gonna happen.
Yeah, I feel like she's kind of like Santino Marella.
I was
like
just,
the women version.
we got the same mindset. Yep, Santino Marella. Like he got the trumpet and then he's gonna win, but then he gets laid out. I love Samantha. Samantha, let me ask you, do you think Samantha's the greatest of all time? Samantha Irvin of ring announcers.
Me, honestly, bro. Not right now, bro. Not right now. I gotta give her a couple more, bro. Like, in my opinion, don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? Samantha Irvin, beautiful job, phenomenal voice. I love what she does. But I'm still stuck in the past, man. I love my girl Lillian Garcia, bro. I'm still stuck in the past, man.
So I grew up with Lillian Garcia and fantastic. Always great. No issues with her. I think she helped us shape our childhoods of like every wrestler we know that's been announced in general. So I think Lillian is fantastic and she deserves a spot in the Hall of Fame if you had to give me my opinion. Samantha though, bro, she puts a whole new freaking energy to announcing that I have never heard in my life. Not with Howard Finkel, not with Lillian. As much as Lillian's amazing, Samantha just modernizes it to a whole new level. And I think the first time I heard her was with the Bloodline. So just imagine, please welcome Sami Zayn, Solo Sikoa, the Usos, and Roman. Like, it was crazy. I remember that.
There was a rumor about Lillian Garcia and Mark Henry.
Oh my God. What was the rumor though? What was the rumor? Now I'm curious too.
Yeah. What?
One of my favorite moments though of Lillian Garcia was the fact that she intentionally, when I guess Triple H was making his entrance down the ring,
I remember that.
And then she was like, he is the former world heavyweight champion.
He got so
pissed and started sprinting to the ring. And apparently she needed the night off, and Triple H was like, I know how to do it. I'll do this. And like, you saw her, she ran through the audience. She was scared. So like, apparently she needed the night off, and they did that so Triple H could get mad and she could run away. I don't know if they got another announcer for like the rest of the night or if that was the main event or something, but I looked into it, and that's the reason why they did it. But it was so funny.
Creative. That is very creative for her to, like, you know what I'm saying, like instead of her just walking off, or you know what I'm saying, we don't see her after like a commercial break or something. That is very creative to do.
And like, one of the memes had me dying for WrestleMania weekend. They were like, oh, Samantha's gonna do that to Roman, and Roman's gonna start sprinting through.
Imagine, bro. That would be hilarious.
Universal champion. Roman gets mad, just starts sprinting, or Solo starts trying to spike or something.
That is crazy, bro. And then you already know how funny it is when Roman Reigns get upset, bro. Like, it is just hilarious. So yo, imagine if she does do that though, because you know she be on social media hard. So I hope she sees that.
She would probably record Roman chasing after her or something. And then all of a sudden, shooting star press by Ricochet.
Out of nowhere.
Sets up the next match. Ladies and gentlemen, exclamation point guest in the chat. If you want to follow Malik, we're having a great time here. Make sure you guys follow him. Exclamation point guest will show you his social media accounts over there. Follow him on TikTok. He does a lot of TikTok content. He's been popping off also on Instagram. Just follow him wherever the links guide you. I highly recommend you go check him out. So Backlash is next week. Do you think they're underhyping it?
Yeah, kind of, man. Because if you think about it, I haven't even really seen like any good like promos that they're doing for like Backlash, bro. Like, I mean, now we know Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles are gonna face each other. Jey Uso and Damian Priest are gonna face each other. That's pretty much the only two matches that I know so far. Like, they haven't really said anything about any other matches, have they?
Nope. I looked at Wikipedia today, and those are the only two matches planned.
Yeah, so it's like, what's going on? Like, you want to know what it is? It's because of the draft, bro. They're really more so focusing on the draft right now. It's pretty much why I think they really haven't been saying anything about Backlash.
It almost seems like they haven't really been promoting Backlash. In that
the only
way.
thing they did was give us that poster, and that was it. That's the only thing I seen. That and those two matches, the only thing I heard about Backlash.
I thought the draft was after Backlash this whole time. Like, someone messaged me saying, oh, like, the draft, you want to do something for it? And I was like, wait, isn't it after Backlash? She's like, nah, it's this Friday. I'm like, what the
yeah,
what is going on? Like,
it's
that's
Friday,
such a weird time.
Monday.
That's such a weird time to have it too, like the week before, because then now you have to build up so many matches based on what happens and the results, and you only have a certain amount of time to do that. It's not like you can make a video package out of it like back in the Ruthless Aggression era off of all of the rivalries going on. The only video package I could see happening is only one, Damian and Jay. Like, even Cody and AJ haven't had any face-to-face. They just have the picture of AJ versus Dusty. That's all I've seen.
Me too. That's it.
Yeah, but I don't think it's good enough to follow that match. Well, yeah, like, WrestleMania's done. There's nothing's gonna top WrestleMania. I think people are gonna chase that high in Backlash, but this is now the beginning of level 1 again until we get to the final boss.
Right. Oh man, I love The Rock for doing that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he really did play that final boss real well, bro. He really did. Like, especially when the Undertaker came out, and he was like, who is this? I'm the final boss. I'm the final boss. Like, he was going crazy, and then turn around and he was like, oh my god, that was gold. That was perfect. That was perfect.
And, like, you know, The Rock and Undertaker have known each other for decades, so you know damn well
so the chemistry is like
that. And if you know the Undertaker, if you fought the Undertaker, you know that if the stadium goes pitch black, you don't look at the stage. You look behind you for the Undertaker. So, like, I think it added to that, like, him trying, like what you said, like, he's talking all this smack towards the ramp, and then, like, he's just right there. Apparently, he found out the day of that he was doing that.
Wow.
Because he was.
You see what I mean? Like, The Rock is just the greatest, bro.
Undertaker earlier on the night was in the sweet box. Up at the top, and then all of a sudden, I guess they just tap his shoulder, like, you gotta do a choke slam on The Rock.
Right, just do the choke slam and go back. You good? It's hilarious.
But I also think Backlash, they could have, like, I understand WrestleMania is done and people are still like, someone did it very nicely. The WrestleMania hangover. That's what I would call it as, after somebody in the comments mentioned that. The WrestleMania hangover, but still life keeps going and life goes on. So we got to keep going with the shows. I think they could have hyped it up much better. I hope it's a good show, because the foreign shows tend to be great. And even what Marie just said, they're downplaying King of the Ring. I mean, I get that, because they're still trying to show off Backlash in the draft. Once Backlash is done, I feel like King of the Ring will be full speed ahead, and they'll do the tournament and all of that. But for now, they could have sped through a little faster with Backlash, with trying to figure out some of the matches. For sure, Liv Morgan and Becky's gonna happen, and Becky's gonna retain. Tag titles are probably on the line for both the SmackDown and Raw. So, like, why not just announce them now? Or unless the draft really does depend on the matches going on, and like there's gonna be a Raw versus SmackDown guy because of the draft.
I don't think it will matter, because on the if you look at the rules for the draft, it also did say that it will go into effect on the 6th, so after Backlash. So
correct.
Whatever happens, pretty much happens. And
good call.
I don't know. The WWE is crazy.
Good call.
You never know with the WWE.
Good call on that, because then if that doesn't matter, then why don't they just? I guess if they have the people fight beforehand, then it ruins the surprise of who's getting drafted. Like, obviously, like, let's say Jey Uso going to Jimmy or something, and then feuding against the New Bloodline. Like, it would be a spoiler that Jay's going to SmackDown if that was like the hypothetical situation. So I guess, but then why make the draft so close to pay-per-view?
Yeah,
that chokeslam made my night. It did. When the Undertaker's gong went off, I don't think we were expecting it, because we were expecting Stone Cold. I got up. I was like, are you fucking shitting me right now? It was just superstar after superstar after superstar coming out, like Cena, Solo, like Jay spearing through a tape. It was insane.
It was crazy, bro. It was so crazy.
It's hard to top that, and that's why people are still on the WrestleMania hangover, and rightfully so. I'm getting off it finally, I feel, and I think it's finally time to move forward. Like I've already withdrawn the fact that Cody's champion, and we got all the new champions and all that. So I think it's time to move forward, and that's totally fine with me. Only Good Vibes, welcome in. I have a question from Only Good Vibes. What do you think of Logan Paul? And it's actually a good question, because I feel like with Logan Paul, people have like one of two sides they feel about him because of outside of the ring, but they also enjoy what he does in the ring. So what are your thoughts on Logan Paul?
Me, Logan Paul, man, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever he first came to the WWE, I'm like, why is he here? Like I was so confused, because I'm like, bro, isn't he a YouTuber? Like, why are they letting YouTubers, you know what I'm saying, come on the scene? If he can go to WWE, I can. That's how I felt. As I'm watching him and seeing what he's doing in his training, I'm like, nah, this is where he need to be. Like this is his calling. Prime YouTube and WWE is his calling, man. Like Logan Paul is a great competitor, man. Honestly, from if anybody comes from YouTube to the WWE, I don't think nobody's gonna top him, bro. He's just like a natural. It seems like he's been doing this all his life.
Logan Paul is the example of somebody that I knew only from name, but as soon as I saw his matches, it almost seemed like he's been with the WWE forever. One of my first matches I saw of Logan Paul was against Roman Reigns in Saudi Arabia, and it gave me so much more respect for Logan because he takes this seriously. One thing that I will give Logan Paul in terms of his personality is once he has his mind on something, you're not getting it out of his head. He will do everything to make sure he is successful, whether it's Prime Drink, whether it's the Impulsive podcast on YouTube, or trying to be one of the best wrestlers out there. He is doing a phenomenal job, whether or not you don't like him as a person or as a YouTuber, especially with like the whole Japan thing that happened. Yeah, there's no denying that man is a freaking goat in the ring. That clothesline in the air with Ricochet,
I was just about to say that, bro.
One of the best moves.
I was just thinking that was incredible, bro. Like freaking incredible. And then his match with The Miz as well, when he was that The Miz he faced when he did the shooting star press with the phone? Was that The Miz or was that somebody else?
I forgot he did the phone for a while.
Yeah, he used to take it out and be like, yo, I'm about to put you on YouTube or something.
Yeah. he did that with Roman with where I think he dove off the table. Off the turnbuckle to the table with the phone in his hand. And then
like stuff like that, bro, is incredible.
That's what gets you to stand out. You're already famous from YouTube, so the fact that you're showing that this is something you love and do, not only are you getting money, but you're getting mad freaking respect from your wrestling peers. Triple H probably is proud that he signed Logan Paul to a multi-year contract, and that
because he comes with a package. He comes with his own brand, so that makes them even more money, and that makes him money as well.
He was the first person to get a sponsored logo on the WWE ring, which is insane, with the Prime bottle on the ring. And you got I Show Speed at WrestleMania, like Only Good Vibes just said. I Show Speed from this past WrestleMania. We had KSI on the Mania before when he faced Seth Rollins, and great to see those worlds collide. And it makes also wrestling mainstream. Like now all the streamers, like all the fanboys of Show Speed are gonna be tuning in like, oh, he's on WWE, oh, that's cool, I gotta watch it now. Or or people who know KSI from YouTube, like they're gonna be like, oh snap, this is really a thing. And it just opens the door for more people to watch wrestling. There were mad celebrities at WrestleMania 40. If you look behind Michael Cole, Lil Baby was there, 2 Chainz was there, Vanessa Hudgens and her husband were there, Lily Singh was there. Yup, that goes to show. At one point, wrestling fans used to get made fun of for watching wrestling. Now look at everybody doing it.
Trying to tell you, man. People used to talk about me watching wrestling whenever I was watching it back in the day when I was a kid, and then now that I'm watching it now, some people still be like, "You still watch wrestling?" Yeah. So what are you trying to say?
I think people stopped asking me that because they see how serious I am with my content. So I don't even get that anymore from people. True. When I go to people's streams, they shout me out as the wrestling guy. They don't say, oh, wrestling, oh, you do that lame ass wrestling, or watching 2 guys wrestle, oh, like, why do you like to watch, like stuff like that, the silly, like, ridiculous responses. I don't get that anymore because they know that I'm doing my stuff. But if I was just like a regular fan and my friends heard I was watching wrestling, they'd be saying, oh, you know it's fake, right? Oh, you like to watch men get sweat, like, you know, the stuff that they try to talk shit. They try to talk so much shit, like it's the worst thing to watch, and it's like, come on.
I've heard it all, bro. I've heard it all, especially in the comments of like some of my biggest TikToks, bro. Like I got people in there like, oh, this shit is fake. Oh, he's a grown ass man. Oh, why you like slutty guys? Like, bro, come on.
Mind freaking blown. Like, I didn't know that. My whole life's been a lie. No way they actually don't hate each other. No, it's a cinematic production. Oh no, what am I gonna do with my life? Like, shut up.
Like, come on, bro.
I threatened the block there.
We go through.
So that actually goes into my next question. So what do you say to those who have said wrestling is fake?
I tell them, bro, like, don't you know movies are fake? Like, don't you know TV shows are fake, bro? Literally every single piece of entertainment you have in front of your face is fake, bro. Like, that's like that's what people fail to like realize. Like, wrestling, WWE is all about entertainment. So yes, we know it's a script, we know it's a storyline. It's like a soap opera in a sense, bro. Like, all of this is just for our enjoyment. But the moves and stuff they do are real as shit. Like, obviously, them, you know what I'm saying, them punching, shit like that, we already see them missing, and, you know, the other opponents selling a move, stuff like that. But some of the grabs, some of the power bombs, all of that they do, that shit is real, bro. They really be getting hurt off that. And that's what other people fail to realize. Like, non-wrestling fans fail to realize that wrestling is, like, sort of fake in a sense, but it really is real.
The difference between, like, because they like to compare it to boxing or MMA. The difference is with wrestling, you have one take for a choreographed production. If I miss a Hurricanrana or a 619, that's it. Everybody's already watching. It's live. That's what people are gonna see. With movie productions, there are takes. If it's wrong, you redo it. And you're gonna sit here and tell me Spider-Man actually saves the day in a story in New York? Hell no.
Spot on, bro.
It's just not how it works. So when people try to take the jabs of wrestling as fake, it's like, I didn't know The Bachelor was real and that they were actually in love with each other. Maybe maybe that example might be a little exaggerated because they actually are in love, but it's not fully like real as we would expect it. And the injuries are very real. Exactly. They're not, unless they're doing it for the production of the show. If they get injured, they're legit injured.
Ain't no faking it. You can't fake a knee injury, bro. Like with when Seth Rollins, you seen the clip when his leg like freaking like literally almost fell off his socket? Did you see that?
Was that when he was the world champ, the WWE world title champion? Like he got injured during a live event and he had to relinquish the title, or was that another time?
This was actually recent. I think this was at WrestleMania. I can't remember. If I find the clip, I'll send it to you after. Okay. But he literally fell back and his leg looked like it almost snapped off, bro. Like, I'm gonna send you that. I'm gonna find it and send you that.
I remember too, during the Jinder Mahal match, he that's when he messed up his knee even more. So I remember the replay for that, but it didn't seem like it was like, oh, he was broken fully. So Seth just has bad like luck with his knees, unfortunately, and people can get all the surgeries they want, it's still gonna mess up in some way. It's what you do to take care of it afterwards.
And then plus he uses his knees for most of his moves, so it's like he can't escape it either way.
Curb stomp and like pedigree. The pedigree also takes damage on your knees too, because you're like dropping, even though they're like dropping safe, your knees take most of the thing. I'm surprised the Undertaker didn't have any bad knee injuries during his career. I'm sure his knees were messed up. And I'm sure they are to this day from the tombstone. That's 200 pounds straight onto your kneecaps. Like, people think, oh, like even the people that think it's fake, it's like, no, that is weight going on your body. They might not be injured right there, but slowly as they get older, it's gonna hurt more and more and more. And that's why the industry is not for everybody.
That is true, man.
The wrestling ring didn't get soft until Vince started wrestling. Ha! Fair enough. He probably knew what it was like then once he started taking bumps.
Right.
So Marie has a question. Also, it's 9:30. Do you have to get off soon? Maybe we could do another 15, or do you have to get? Is there like a time limit?
Nah, you good. We can do another 15. You good.
All right. Just want to make sure. I don't want to like keep you over. You gotta go.
Yeah, it's all good.
But guys, exclamation point guest in the chat. Go follow Malik. Go follow him on TikTok. Go follow him on IG and all the socials. So you can see what he's all about and all of the good stuff that he does. So Marie asks, do you think Jimmy is really injured or just taking time off? I think he is taking a break while Jay has his singles run, then get back together.
Yeah, I think he may be just taking some time off, because whenever they did that to him, Solo Sikoa and Tama, it didn't look like that serious, to be honest. It looked like he was like selling it really well, but it didn't look that serious. Like Kevin Owens, his looked really serious.
Oh my god.
Yeah, his looked pretty bad. So I think he's just probably taking some time off, and that storyline with Jay and Jimmy may be coming back together. I think that they may push that out in the future a little bit.
It was only today that they said Jimmy was injured, so that probably was under wraps for a while, and they used like the Tamatonga assault as like the reasoning why he'll be gone. I could see Jimmy coming back and Jay help.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Against the new bloodline. It's almost crazy. Everybody's getting injured, and like it's almost scary. Like Rhea's injured, Rollins injured, Jimmy's injured, and not even just WWE. Like AEW got injured, folks, and it's like, what is going on? Is there something in the air? What's up?
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I really think that they're just giving these guys like their time off, because we've seen them all last year. Like the Bloodline storyline, that was ongoing. Yeah, we seen them all last year, the year before last. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really feel like they're just giving them a break. So they're telling us that they're injured, but we know you home. We know you home laying down.
Well deserved.
Yeah, true, definitely. They work their ass off.
Do you think Kevin bladed for that spot, or do you think that's a cap?
I don't know, man.
Because that was brutal. That looked like he was legit in a car accident. Like, he looked like you really got hit by a car.
That looked really something serious. It looked like somebody cut him real open, like down to the white meat, like down to his brain. Like, it looked really crazy, bro. Honestly, I don't think he bladed for that. I think I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Because
that looked crazy.
Because like when he came out to the stage when he got beat up, like he was already bloody, and I didn't see any other blood like pouring out of his head. Because like for an injury like that, you're gonna be bleeding for a while, and referees would have put a towel on him. Like, if you remember the Hell in a Cell match with Finn Balor versus Edge at WrestleMania last year, how he had staples on his head, Finn Balor, like they legit had to have him with a towel so he could continue the match. How bad the gash was.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
If I had to guess, probably Capsule, but nonetheless, great segment, because it really made Tamatonga look fucking
vicious,
powerful.
Yeah,
exactly. No blood was dripping. Makeup team on point. Exactly. Makeup, they got the best makeup artists, whether it's like for the women's division, just getting the makeup done regularly, for the guys to get like the shine in their face and all that, or if it's legit for theatrical purposes, they did great. They got the best. So there's probably movie artists they got in there too that do like horror movies where they kill people, whatever. So that $5 billion Netflix contract, exactly. That's insane though. Are you excited for the Netflix deal?
Bro, I was just about to say, bro, I'm about to get Netflix just because of that.
And I think that's what is exciting a lot of people, is that most of the US probably has a Netflix subscription. Not everybody has cable TV. So the fact that now you can actually just go on your favorite show channel where all of your movies and shows are, now Raw is going to be live. That's a win for a lot of people. Now, I'm the minority. I actually don't have Netflix. My fiance has it, but she has the cheapest plan where it's only 2 spots you could do it, which is the TV in the living room and her phone, so she could watch on the airplane or whatever. That's it. If I want to start doing reaction streams to Raw, I have to now pay like, what is it, $11 a month for Netflix?
I think it's like, what, 20 something now?
Nah, that's crazy.
I think it is, bro. Hold on. I actually want to check that.
I remember when it was $8 it was $8 a month.
$8.99, bro. $8.99
with the DVDs that you could buy and like get them shipped to your house, and then you send them out and get another one before they did the streaming. It was such a different time, man.
Oh wow! So they have different ones.
Yeah.
So if you want to get the 4K, it's $22. Then if you want to get standard, it's like $15, and then the regular standard with ads is $7.
Ads now?
Ads, bro.
Hell no.
Ads, bro.
Netflix is ridiculous. I get
Everything is monetized now. It seems like, yo.
You said $7 for the ad one?
Yep.
I mean, to be fair, that's not too bad.
Yeah,
that's cheaper than the $8 I remember for like the DVDs and stuff back in the 2000s. But how many ads though? Because if it's gonna be every 5 minutes, I'm not gonna be having a good time. I will gladly pay the $15 a month for standard, so that way I can like watch it on my computer. Because it'll probably just be with the computer, because we already have it on the TV, so it's already good quality. It's not like I have like a Samsung Ultra HD Liquid LCD, those crazy specs. Like I just have a basic 65-inch TV, and we just need to watch the show. We don't need it to be like, I don't need to see their pimples and their blemishes and all that.
Seeing everything.
Like I don't need to see the sweat coming off of Dominic when Gunther chops him. It's not a 4K experience.
Right.
But I'm excited for the Netflix deal. Maybe it's possible it could go back up to TV 14 if they go to Netflix, because now they can curse. They could do more bloody spots as well, because the USA and Fox are the ones that usually say don't do blood, don't say these words, curse words and stuff, because of the channel, the network. So now with Netflix, it's all whatever they want to do, and it's exciting to see what they're going to do. And then if they're going to bring SmackDown, if they're going to start doing the PLEs on Netflix, or if it's going to stay on Peacock for now, like because of contract deals. It's a very exciting time. So next year we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for it, man. Definitely.
Have you met any wrestlers in real life?
The only wrestler I've met, bro, and I can't even remember this encounter because I was so young, Chris Benoit.
Wow, what a person.
We have 2 autographs from him, bro.
Oh my god.
2 autographs from him.
Like we could even go through a whole thing of Chris Benoit, but I'll keep it simple.
I know, we're gonna leave it at that.
I'll keep it simple. Great performer, terrible person in real life for what he did. That's the end of the conversation. Follow MalikRichh, guys, if you haven't done so already. His YouTube, his Instagram, and TikTok are there. You can also follow his Twitch as well. It's not in the link, but you're more than welcome to follow him there if he's going to start streaming, so you can go check him out there. But for now, he is mostly on TikTok. And you said Mondays and Fridays, right, for the shows?
Yep, definitely. I will be live. What's today? Wednesday? Yeah. I will be live Friday for the draft.
SmackDown. Yeah, I'll be live too, so I'm gonna make sure like I get my TikTok clips in while I stream and all that. So that's mostly it for my questions. So I'm gonna ask Marie's final question, and then we're gonna finish it off there. But again, seriously, thank you for being on today. Of course, it's been freaking awesome, and another one for the books as we continue to grow this podcast. So Marie's question is, do you prefer the Triple H era or the Vince McMahon era? Not dissing Vince because he made it what it is. So basically, like from Triple H being creative officer or Vince being the one running things, which do you prefer right now?
I'd honestly prefer Triple H's era, because it seems like he's not just getting feedback from the higher ups for storylines. It seems like he's getting feedback from the wrestlers themselves, and he's actually giving them a lot more creative freedom than before. Because Vince, man, he'll like to rub it in your face. I own you. So already with that, Vince, he's controlling the whole scheme of things. Oh, you can't do this. No, I don't want you to wear that. Wear this. No, don't say this. Say that. Like stuff like that. Triple H, he's giving them a lot more freedom with themselves, and as well as pretty much them just going out there and putting on a great show. So I really do prefer Triple H's era over Vince McMahon, I would say.
And Vince was an intimidating person anyway, from what wrestlers have said behind the scenes. He's very scary to approach. Becky Lynch in her book actually spoke about when she was pregnant. She was scared to tell Vince because she thought Vince was going to fire her because she was pregnant. Mrs. JLD's actually reading the book now. That's one of the things she tagged me in. Thankfully, that didn't happen. Apparently, Vince just said congratulations and all that. Like, he was just happy for her. But it just goes to show, like, he's a scary being to be around when it comes to his product. And we all saw, like, she announced she was pregnant when Asuka was in the ring, and Asuka got super happy. So I'm happy it came that way. But it could have been anybody else, and Vince would have been like, what? Hell no! All that kind of shit.
No, you can't be pregnant. What?
It's his way or the highway, exactly.
Yeah.
There was a video that explains my thoughts pretty perfectly on this whole Vince era versus Triple H era. So the video went as followed. Imagine you are being fed for your whole life a very nice steak from your favorite steakhouse. It's delicious, no problems, and you enjoy it for your entire time that you've been going to the steakhouse. But all of a sudden, next door, there's another steakhouse that opens that has A5 Wagyu beef, marbled to the freaking core. And you've never heard of this before, but you go and try it out. And now you realize, I've been missing this my whole life. And now you start going to this new restaurant with this new A5 Wagyu marbled steak. And now this is the best steak I've ever had. So we've loved Vince's era because of the Attitude Era and like all the wrestlers that grew up being superstars while we were watching it. But now seeing Triple H and what he's doing and how much better it seems like the superstars are being treated, and like camera angles and the shows and the storylines, it's so much better than, and people probably crucify me over that. People there are diehard Attitude Era fans, and I love the Attitude Era. But growing up in Ruthless Aggression and how things are going now, especially now as an adult, I enjoy this very much. What is going on? I'm looking forward to more of it, especially with with the Rock in as a TKO board member, and
oh yeah,
and his input on everything. Like, he played a great heel. He did fantastic with it. Even outside of the ring, doing promos on YouTube over it, he did fantastic. And he's gone now for a little bit, but he gave us a really great ending to WrestleMania with Cody, and like making it seem so emotional. And like the match itself just made it seem like WWE, that was their final episode forever. That's how good it was. So I want to see much more of that as we go into the product this year, especially with their international shows, trying to get more people to watch the product. Triple H is just doing his thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I definitely agree. Triple H, man. Papa Paul.
Papa Paul.
I'm glad he's in there, man. Like, and it's really incredible to see him come up, bro, from Hunter Hearst Helmsley, starting, you know what I'm saying, with that weak ass attire.
Blonde long hair, blonde long curly hair. To now, bald beard,
the head of things. Yeah, it's really incredible, man.
I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm glad it's Triple H. As much as like the controversy was how he got into that position because of his wife Stephanie and, you know, dating the boss's daughter and all that, but things happen for a reason. And
honestly, the guy is a student of the business, man,
and he loves it. I think that's what it is. He loves it, and I give him props because he probably didn't sleep for like 7 days straight, guaranteed, because of Mania. So the fact that he's putting his well-being on the line is insane for our love of the business. So it takes a very rare individual to do that, and Hunter is definitely the person for that. So because of that, I give him my respect forever.
Definitely, bro. Me too.
So we've reached the end of the podcast, everybody. But before we do, Malik, before we have you go, did you have any last things you wanted to say to chat? This is also your time if you want to promote yourself one last time of where people can find you, and we'll finish it off right there.
Of course. So as we are coming, to the end, guys, of me leaving, just want to say, man, thank you, JLD, for having me on. This was a great time. I really did have a lot of fun. It's very good to, get to speak with you, get to know you a little bit more.
Yeah, man.
Hopefully in the future, maybe we can actually get together and do some IRL, man. For real, that'd be dope. I'm in Pennsylvania, so I'm not that far from you. So if anything, bro, any wrestling event come up, definitely give me a shout, man, and I'll try to, look into it, and we can get together and do something. But guys, like mentioned before, I am MalikRichh, WWE content creator. You can find me on all of the platforms, MalikRichh with 2 H's. If you see one with 1 H, it's probably me. I just haven't updated it yet. But yeah, and I just want to say one thing to you guys, man. You can do anything that you set your mind to, man. Like, for real, look at me. Last year, I had 320 something followers on TikTok in January of 2023. It is now April 2024, and I'm almost at 50,000, man. And that's just off the strength of me just grinding it out and staying consistent and just believing in myself that I can do it, and also being like myself, you know what I mean? So you guys can do anything you set your mind to. You are beautiful people, and I love you guys, man. That's all I gotta say.
That's a freaking W. Malik, again, seriously, thank you for being a part of episode 4 of the Laying It Down podcast. For everybody that's in chat, if you missed any of this will be uploaded to YouTube and Spotify after I get through with editing the video and whatnot, so you'll be able to find it there. Make sure you follow us on YouTube so you can see that podcast. And Malik, I'll send you the link so you can promote once it actually is live, so everybody that can check it out. But Malik, thank you again. I know it's late. You're already out of work and whatnot, so you want to probably relax and whatnot. So I appreciate you. I'll let you go. Have a great rest of your night, and it's been a pleasure talking to you.
You too, bro. You too. Take care, man. Take care, JLD Universe.
Let's go. Peace out, my guy.
See you guys.
Let's go.